Going live right now.
Okay, wonderful.
There we go. We are live. Yay. Okay, I'm not going to try anything new again. I'm going to stick with what I know. Wow. Okay. Well, it only wasted 7 minutes.
Well, you're much better than me. Trust me. You're just fine.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Well, we'll have some people pop on here in a minute. But we'll also have the replay posted so that people to watch. And I know a lot of people will watch the replay. The only thing with StreamYard, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with StreamYard or not, is that they have to give Facebook, through Facebook, they have to give StreamYard access, so we can actually see their name when they comment. So So a lot of times if we see a comment, we might not know exactly who it is that's commenting. Like, can you see the comments at the moment?
No, I can't.
Okay, so there's a place off to the side.
I do see it, but I don't see anyone commenting.
Okay, so somebody just said hi, and then somebody else said my loves.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Give them my regards.
You can. They can see and hear you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. This is Shurnette, right? That's how you say it.
Perfect.
Shurnette Henry. Can you please give us your background? Because I was reading it when you sent that to me. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's a lot, right?
It's a lot. Yes, but it's amazing.
I age myself with my background.
No, not at all.
So I moved to New York in 2000, and I started as a stockbroker on Wall Street. And it was an amazing time. It was an amazing experience trading for clients, helping them with the full spectrum of financial products. Then I went into what they call the clearing side of the business. So I was helping big businesses, big and small, I could say. So large broker dealers and even small mom and pop shops whose clients were people like you and me. I was helping them with the products that they offer their clients and with the systems and the services that they offer their clients.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In the latter part of my career, coming to where I am now, I went over to like the advisory side, and that's where I absolutely, had a love story happen because I started working with people one-on-one, and I absolutely just fell in love with the experience of watching people just have these epiphanies or just really, get it. I watch people like look at their accounts and see change and give me a smile, and that was amazing to me.
I totally understand what you're saying there. I have had people ask me if I do any group coaching or if I just do one-on-one. I'm like, only one-on-one. Only one-on-one.
Yeah.
I'm not in this to become like beyond magnificently wealthy. A little wealth would be nice, right? But that one-on-one is so fulfilling that I would rather not be over the top wealthy and have those experiences. So
beautiful. That's beautiful. I work with people one-on-one, but I have actually designed a group program because what happened was I was working with this one retired athlete who wanted me to send the message out to athletes about financial wellness. They go broke within 3 years of ending their career. And they also don't know how to transition into a new career because all they're taught is basketball or tennis or football. So I started working with athletes, and I through a series of serendipitous events, I was asked by Jesse Jackson, no less.
Wow.
Find something for his organization to work with him for athletes. And so I thought to myself, okay, you have a lot of advisors, you have a lot of financial professionals offering these kind of services. What can I do that's different, and what can I do that will stick? So I had to dig deeper into what their problem was, which is not only education about finance, but also education about what their skill sets were. And this is where having a sister who will like nag you about, things that you think she's nagging you about. For years, this is where like all of that now comes full circle, and it benefits.
Yeah.
Because my sister, who was a career counselor for over 20 years, used to use this tool. It's a personality assessment, and she used it to help people understand like what their strengths were and what career they could transition it into.
Okay.
It's a tool that I use. It's synonymous to True Colors or Myers-Briggs, if you've ever heard of any of those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it pulls in like the Kiersey model, Myers-Briggs, True Colors, and it helps people understand who they are as, how they show up in their world, right? So how we respond to stresses, how we are as a mother, an entrepreneur, a friend. And so I thought, well, let me see what it's like to use it to help people understand what they're like with their money.
Yeah.
And if I combine that with core teaching around money management, what will I get? And I got this program that is dynamic. Every time people participate, they have like this, paradigm shifting experience, and they learn about money. So now they're equipped with more tools to be more successful with our money. We're all taught, have an emergency fund, put away, 20%, invest in the market. And some of us are very successful at these strategies, and others we fail. And so we have to wonder what the difference is. And I truly believe one of the key differences is that we're not factoring in our, who we are, like how we're.
I totally understand that. I get that very much so. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome, because the way we approach the world as financial people, the numbers people, so many people have that division, right? So we have here's the numbers, here's the analytical side, here's the more personal understanding other people's side. And a lot of people don't pull those together. So that's awesome that you're doing that. That's amazing. I'm going to take a second because I now finally have got all my comments up. These people are still here. Okay, so Chef D. Lee, and these people, of course, are all in the group. Chef D. Lee says hi and good morning. Her name is Chef D. Lee. And then Chloe was or is here, and she says, hey, my loves, and that your name is gorgeous.
Yes, I'm seeing it now. Thank you.
Good. Okay, and then Chef D. Lee was asking, how can you help me take my business to another level? So, yeah, absolutely.
I can actually help with that answer. You see, I think that what we all tend to do is we tend to just jump into living and pursuing our goal, and we forfeit the opportunity to take time to really understand ourselves. So the tool that I use, it's not just for finance, it's for your whole life. If you understand your strengths and your weaker tendencies, then you can guide yourself toward what you know will be more successful for you, like strategies and how you show up as a business owner, and then gear yourself away from those things that can be stumbling blocks. So, and then also there's going to be like all the good financial tools that I share with entrepreneurs. So
gotcha.
I can share those with you today. So
super. Okay, so how long have you been doing what you're doing?
So I started my program about 4 years ago, and I actually had to take some time away for my own health. And so I took about a year off, and now I'm rebranding, launching. I'm doing a free workshop in December, at the beginning of December.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so a 3-day boot camp for people. and just trying to refine it. I've added one more facilitator because to do the temperament piece, you have to actually have a licensed facilitator to do that.
Gotcha.
So I brought on another facilitator. We're redesigning, the content, making it stronger for people. And I'm really excited about this new second phase.
Yeah, no, that sounds very exciting. So which temperament approach are you using for the workshop?
So it's really, I call it a taste of color. So the principle is that we are made up of 4 color groups: gold, green, orange, and blue. We dominate in one from birth.
Okay.
And we can pull on the strengths of the other colors as life situations present themselves. So when I do kind of like a taste of color, I give people, I take them through this exercise where they look at all of the different spectrums and they try to identify themselves in those spectrums, in those temperaments. And then I teach them about one or two major lessons of financial management and show them how to tie the tactical steps that you need to apply, like, creating a budget. We have many different kinds of budgets, but are you creating a budget that resonates with your own personal style, your own personal temperament?
I love that. You and I need to work together too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I love it. And I've never heard, is Taste of Color a specific program that's been around, or is it something that you've developed? I mean,
No.
you have a licensed person to come in and facilitate. So
it's also called Personality Dimensions. It was created. It's a Canadian tool, which is where I'm from.
All right.
Yeah, so it's a Canadian tool, and you have to, be certified, like I said, to actually give the assessment, because, when you give the assessment, you have to be able to give people, their answer. Like they have to
of course.
Them, what it all means. So that's the tool that I use.
Okay, interesting. I'm looking forward to hearing more about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question would be, tell us about the biggest challenge you faced when you, I guess we'll talk about your relaunching. What is your biggest challenge now, since you're in the middle of relaunching this?
Sure. Okay, so my biggest challenge is marketing, because historically, I am the type of person who would give away business. I mean, everyone needs financial guidance, right? If I have the answer, I will sit there and I'll end up pretty much giving away, like helping someone, because the person needs to be helped, right?
I understand.
What would happen is that I would give away all of my time and services, and then, I'm not making, I'm not eating.
Yes.
So I actually joined a mastermind because I said, okay, this is my biggest weakness. I need to really get better at this. And I joined a mastermind with a coach who, is really keen on the strategies of building your herd, basically. And there are a lot. I mean, even though I joined one mastermind, I still plug myself into all the different courses. There are mini courses and, other professionals in the business. There's one group that I love following called Red Elephant. They are phenomenal at what they do. They were originally husband and wife team. They were originally event planners. And so they actually had a personal life experience where, I think it was Hurricane Katrina that almost wiped out, everything that they had. So they redefined their business to show entrepreneurs how to grow their business doing live events. So I have learned a lot from them. So if anyone does live events, which is this is how I usually did my program, was a live event. They can teach you how.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. I might have to check that out too. I'm making notes. You teach me.
Absolutely.
I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's see. And so you're working on through all the different courses, and that's how you're approaching that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that okay, so Laura just said you're amazing. And you are. But do you find that with all different courses, and you talk about that, and I think this is a lot of the stuff that we as entrepreneurs in the early part of our development, we start trying to take in too much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you go through the process of, say, I get invited to challenges constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I'm at the point where I'm like, I just can't. I have to just. It's time. Like I can't do anymore.
Right.
But how do you choose, and how do you determine which of those is best, and how do you keep from being overwhelmed by that?
So I can see that you are seasoned in this business as well, right? So, and you're so right. There are challenges every day. You have another coach popping up on Facebook every day. I do listen to what everyone,
Yes.
says they have to offer. If I hear the same key points, and I know that I have done that already or done that before, and I don't hear anything new,
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay to put that on the side. But if there's someone who has a new nugget, I'm always interested. I keep my door open because I'm always learning. And
Mm-hmm.
if I can learn one new thing that's going to add to my business, then I'm happy.
I'm with you. Yeah. But time management. but time.
Well, I listen. I think every coach needs a coach. So I have my own coach, and she keeps me, on track with my SMART goals, getting focused with actually writing out my milestones for my business. So that's
awesome.
how I do.
Gotcha. Okay, so what service, promote yourself.
Sure.
Tell everybody what you got.
Yeah. So you have financial information everywhere. And like I said, you can go online, you can read, what are the top things that you should be doing in order to, establish a good financial platform for yourself. And you'll learn that you should have an emergency fund, you should have a savings, you should invest in the market. And I'm going to teach you all those things also. What you don't have is, how do I, Deanna or Shurnette, take all that information and make it apply to who I am and how I show up in the world, so that being financially responsible, it shouldn't be like this strict diet that makes you crave carbs every day.
That's a good representation of it. Yeah,
it shouldn't be painful. So the way the way I'm approaching it, because I'm getting people to really identify with just who they authentically are, and then showing them how to map what we need to be doing to their authentic, style.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it more enjoyable.
Yes.
Perfectly.
Yes.
And then people have these paradigm shifts. So, like I said, I'm holding a 3-day boot camp in December. I want to do that just so anyone can experience, a taste of the program. And if you think it's something that really fits, I think that's financial literacy, but if you think it's something that really fits who you are, then, I'll be doing a full workshop in the new year. So
awesome.
We're going over everything. We're going over credit, debt, cash flow. But not only am I teaching it, I'm also taking people through exercises so they develop their own, budget strategy. They develop, a strategy for, how they build their financial team, how they read their financial invoices and, from their broker dealer, so they can understand those things and they don't look at it and want to cry.
Yes.
Some people do. Yeah.
Yes. See, I come at it from the standpoint of trying to get them in a place where they actually have that information, right? So from the business standpoint, I come at it from, okay, so most owners don't have those financial tendencies. So they don't have a tendency to focus on that aspect of the business. So my approach to it is very much okay, I'm going to teach you how to make your financial statements for your business speak your language. So I want to make sure that when you look at your financial statements, you don't just see a bunch of numbers and go, meh.
Right.
I want to teach you to read it and it's in your words. So anyway.
No, I like that. That's very similar to how I approach it.
You and I do that's why I said we got to get together.
Yeah.
Laura says that, yes, she said there's a lot of repeat with coaches, but they all have their own style and gift. She says she's a coach and she has a coach. And makes me be full on open and authentic with my high achieving clients. And women have a unique relationship with money. What do you suggest we practice to shift our mind out of poverty consciousness?
So I really think it goes back, and you're going to hear me repeat a lot of the same stuff during this talk. It goes back to understanding self. So I think that you should take like the basic principles that you know or that I teach about financial wellness. And I think that you can even take yourself through an exercise, even if it's a journaling exercise, just to understand how you show up. Yahoo Finance, for example, they give you this platform that you can use where it's like you pretend that you're investing in the market. You're not actually investing. But if you open up this pretend account and you select the different stocks that you're interested in, then you learn so much about yourself. Journal it as well, like what you're doing. You learn so much about your style. Like I'm a buy and hold type of person. I'm not going to look at the market every minute of the day. You have other people who need to look at it every day and see what's happening. Once you, that's just an example, but once you understand your style, then I would definitely adapt routines that fit your personal style so you're not freaking out. You don't feel burdened or you don't feel pushed to do something that just might not fit how you're showing up in the world. And I just to promote myself, I show you how to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, you got some tips?
I do. So one of the biggest things that always made me cringe from the first time I heard the first person tell me that entrepreneurs, and I don't fault people, they just don't know. A lot of people, when they're starting a business, they'll take their 401k or their IRA and they will say, okay, I'm going to take the big leap. I'm going to, pull the money out and I'm going to invest it in my business. And then they're hit with penalties and taxes. So I'm going to please beg everybody not to do that. There are actually recharacterizations that you can do with your retirement plan if you want to use that money for your business. So you can recharacterize it into a plan for your business and borrow against the money without incurring those penalties and those taxes. That's one of my
Wow, I had no idea.
Nobody knows about that. I would reach out to your financial institution, ask them about it, get someone to help you, and just don't get those penalties and taxes taken away from you because it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're to call your financial institution that has that 401k or whatever, what exactly do you say? So just point blank, I'm going to call and say, I need to speak to someone about blah. Tell me, what are the words?
Yeah. So just call them up, say, listen, I want to use my money, my 401k toward my business. I'm looking for, if you can tell me about like either a KEO, like the different types of retirement accounts that I can use for my business, individual K or a KEO plan, and they'll show you all the different types of retirement plans depending on the size of your business and what you're trying to do. They'll get more information about you, and they'll guide you to those retirement products.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
That is fabulous. I have no idea.
And then what's good about that, like for example, a traditional retirement plan, not an employer-led 401k, but let's say a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, you can contribute each year up to $5,000. When you have a retirement plan that's designed for your business, like KEO, that amount that you can contribute, because remember, we're all trying to, probably be at least 5K earners in our business, right?
Yes,
at least. Right? Yes. So this allows you to then, contribute like up to 40,000 or so, per year in your business retirement account. So look into that, definitely.
KEO.
Yeah, there's a KEO plan, an individual K, and
it's KEOEH, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but absolutely. But your financial institution will be able to tell you, all the products that they have and all the different types of accounts that they have.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to share?
Definitely get if you are not doing something to really understand the core strengths that you're bringing to your business, to develop those life skills for you as an entrepreneur, you're probably leaving a lot on the table in terms of how far you can push your business. So whether it's my course or not, really take steps into, working on understanding that. My course really will give you that information because you take this assessment and you learn so much about yourself. But I think that's a really important key component as well. Definitely don't mix your money.
Amen.
People, they take their personal account and they use it for their business and vice versa. And then it becomes a whole big, pool of money that your tax professional.
Preach it, sister. that one gets me. It gets me. Like, please open a business account. And that's one of the first things I say when I start working to someone. I'm like, we're not starting until you have a business account.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. And, honestly, this is a way to define what you say you're doing. You're opening up a business. It is, whitepages.com, open up that, that LLC. If you choose to open it as an LLC, there are different types of business models that you can create. And I think the best person, to talk to would probably be a tax advisor based on the structure of the type of business that you have, what you should be opening up for yourself. So open up your business, have a business account, invest your personal money into that business account to get it started. And then when you get paid, pay yourself out of it. When you need to make a business purchase, like you need to buy a computer or even pencils, purchase it out of the business account so that you can have that trail when you're ready to do your taxes.
Even if you have to use your personal money, move the personal money to the
business account
and then pay it. Yeah,
exactly. Those are some of the biggest nuggets that I have seen over time that continue to repeat themselves because people just don't know.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut us off. I hated that I messed it up in the beginning. I have a call at 10:30.
Okay. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
Girl, I have absolutely enjoyed this and definitely want to talk to you some more. So I'm going to be reaching out and you and I can just chat.
That sounds great.
I think there's opportunity there for us to collaborate on some things if you're interested. So let's get together.
Absolutely. And Yeah, I'll drop in the information for the workshop. It's free in December as well, and I'm looking forward to more collaboration.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in on that workshop. I can't wait.
Okay.
All right. You have a good day, girl. Have a great weekend.
You as well. You as well. Bye.
Bye.